You spent 60 million pesos on a dream. The grand facade, the infinity pool, the premier address. But inside, it's starting to feel less like a private estate and more like a crowded dormitory. In 2026, the traditional luxury floor plan is dead. That one big master and 3 small bedrooms setup, it's no longer just an inconvenience. It's a financial and psychological liability. You're paying a privacy tax every single day. Whether it's your parents moving in or your adult children working remote tech jobs, if your home doesn't offer autonomy, it doesn't offer luxury. What if you could turn a 900,000 peso design pivot into a 15 million peso increase in resale value? We call it forensic real estate. We've analyzed the 3-generation floor plan that's currently commanding 20% premiums in Portofino and Alabang West. This isn't just about a place to sleep. It's about an asset that pays your mortgage. A dual key setup that generates 80,000 pesos a month in passive income without you ever sharing your kitchen. Don't build a 2010 house for a 2026 world. Stop paying the privacy tax. Watch the full breakdown of the 3-generation plan now. And let's look at your home through a forensic lens. Look, I want you to imagine a scenario. It's 6:30 a.m. on a Tuesday. You're in your house, maybe it's in BF Homes or a nice subdivision in Danghari. You're rushing to get ready for a 9 a.m. board meeting. You've got your suit laid out, your coffee is brewing, and then you hear it. The sound of your father-in-law's slippers shuffling down the hallway because he has to use the common bathroom. Or maybe it's your 24-year-old son who's working a remote tech job, knocking on your bedroom door because the Wi-Fi in the guest room is spotty and he needs to use your ensuite for a private call. Suddenly, your 60 million peso investment feels like a crowded dormitory. Here's the thing. We've been taught for decades that a luxury house means one big master suite for the owners and a bunch of smaller bedrooms for everyone else. But in 2026, that layout is a financial and psychological liability. If you're building or buying right now, and you aren't insisting on dual master suites, you are essentially flushing your resale value down that shared hallway toilet. My name is Remy from REMClub, and I educate the average Joe, real people, just like you, the intricacies of real estate in southern Metro Manila. If you're someone who is looking to learn more about real estate, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. The death of the guest room myth. Let's get real for a second. We need to talk about the 3-generation reality. In the Philippines, we've always been about family. That's our strength. But architecturally, we've been copying Western nuclear family designs that assume kids leave at 18 and parents go to a retirement home. In 2026, that is a fantasy. Between the skyrocketing cost of independent living and the Boomerang generation of adult children, houses in Ayala, Alabang, and Portofino are becoming multi-generational hubs. Look, here's what most people don't realize. A guest room is dead space. It's a room that stays empty 90% of the year, collecting dust, while the rest of the house feels cramped. I see people all the time spending 50,000 pesos per square meter to build a guest wing that no one wants to stay in because it feels like an afterthought. It's got a small window, a tiny closet, and a bathroom that feels like an airplane lavatory. This is where it gets really interesting. If you pivot that square footage into a second master suite, and I mean a full-sized room, walk-in closet, double vanity bathroom located on the ground floor, you aren't just building a bedroom. You are building autonomy. The math of the dual master. Forensic analysis. Let's look at the math. Let's say you're looking at a 400 square meter lot in a prime South Manila village. Current construction costs for a high-end finish are hovering around 60,000 pesos per square meter. Most people will build one master suite, 60 square meters, 3.6 million pesos. 3 standard bedrooms, 20 square meters each, 3.6 million pesos total. Total bedroom spend, 7.2 million pesos. Now, the forensic approach. You sacrifice one of those small bedrooms and the formal den. You create primary master, top floor, 60 square meters. Junior master, ground floor, 45 square meters. 2 guest/flex rooms, 15 square meters each, 30 square meters. Total bedroom spend, approximately 8.1 million pesos. Now, you might be thinking,
Remy, that's nearly ₱1 million more just for bedrooms. Why would I do that?
Here's why. In the current 2026 market, properties with junior master suites on the ground floor are commanding a 15% to 20% premium on resale. Why? Because the buyer pool for a 100 million peso house isn't just a couple. It's a family with aging parents who can't do stairs. Or it's an investor looking for a rental that can accommodate 2 high-income tenants. If your house has 1 master, you're selling to 1 demographic. If it has 2, you've doubled your exit strategy options. You're spending an extra 900,000 pesos to potentially add 15 million pesos to 20 million pesos in perceived value and utility. That's a 16 times return on that specific design choice. The psychology of the privacy tax. But it's not just about the pesos, it's about the psychology. There is a privacy tax we pay every day in poorly designed homes. When your parents move in, and let's be honest, in our culture, they likely will, the tension doesn't come from a lack of love. It comes from a lack of boundaries. Think of it like this. A dual master suite is like having 2 captains on a ship, each with their own private quarters. If your mom has her own master on the ground floor, she doesn't feel like a guest in your home. She feels like a homeowner. She has her own vanity to put her creams on, her own walk-in closet for her Sunday dresses. When you eliminate the hallway walk of shame to a shared bathroom, you eliminate 40% of household friction. That is the hidden ROI of real estate. You are buying peace of mind. Addressing the objections. Now, you might be thinking, but Remy, I don't want my kids to stay forever. If I make the rooms too nice, they'll never leave. Look, I hear you. But here's the reality of 2026. Real estate in Metro Manila isn't getting cheaper. The average Joe is struggling to find starter homes. By providing a junior master, you are giving your adult children a launch pad that feels professional. They can work their 150,000 pesos a month remote jobs in a space that doesn't feel like a teenager's bedroom. Or, better yet, think about your own future. One day, you might not want to climb those stairs to the 3rd floor. By building a ground floor master now, you are aging in place. You're future-proofing your own life, so you don't have to sell your beloved home just because your knees decided to retire before you did. Actionable steps for the forensic homeowner. So, how do you actually execute this? You don't just tell a contractor, make it bigger. You have to be surgical. The ground floor pivot. If you're looking at a layout, look at the den or study. Most of the time, these are glorified storage rooms. Convert that space into the junior master. The independent entrance. This is where it gets really interesting. If you can, give that second master a sliding door that leads directly to the garden or the lanai. It gives the occupant a sense of, I can come and go without walking through the main living room. The wet room strategy. Don't skimp on the bathroom. In 2026, a master suite is defined by the bathroom. If the second suite doesn't have a double vanity and a walk-in shower with a bench for safety and luxury, it's just a large bedroom. The surprise insight, the rental pivot. Here's one last thing that most people don't realize. We're seeing a massive rise in executive co-living in areas like Alabang West and enclaves. High-level expats and consultants don't want to live in tiny condos anymore. They want houses. If you have a dual master setup, you can actually lease out your home as a dual key property. You could live in the primary suite and rent the ground floor junior master to a quiet, high net worth professional for 60,000 to 80,000 pesos a month. That junior master just became an asset that pays your mortgage. You try doing that with a standard 3-bedroom layout where everyone has to share a kitchen and a hallway. It doesn't work. Real estate isn't just about walls and roofs. It's about anticipating how we live before the world catches up. Don't build a 2010 house in 2026. Stop thinking about your home as just a place to sleep and start looking at it through a forensic lens. If you're in the middle of a build or looking for a property in the South that fits this forensic criteria, reach out to us. We don't just show houses, we analyze assets. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive, where I show you which village actually has better security. Tahanan Village or BF Homes in Parañaque City. My name is Remy, and I'm here to make sure you're making every square meter of your home work for you and avoid paying for dead space because you're following an outdated blueprint. Build for the 3 generations. Build for autonomy. Build for the math. And I'll see you in the South. Go to our channel for full-length educational and data-driven videos on Southern Metro Manila real estate. Visit our website for a list of various curated properties in the South. Email us if you would like to buy, sell, or lease properties. Till then, we'll see you in the South.